Hey everyone, so I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and now I'm using the Naked 1 palette to do my eyes today. So I'm starting off with this light tan color called Naked in the palette. It's a matte, and I'm blending it back and forth in my crease and slightly upward with a Morphe M330 blending brush. Then with a darker tan color called Buck and a smaller blending brush, this one is by Mary Kay, I'm blending it back and forth once again in that crease, just creating that gradient from that lighter tan color to this darker one. It's just going to make it look very pretty. Then with the color Sin, which is kind of a light pinky shimmery color, I'm just applying that with my finger all over the eyelid, and this is going to be our main eyelid color. Then with the color Toasted, I'm going back and forth with that Mary Kay brush right in the crease. This is just going to add a little bit more dimension. It's going to make it a little bit darker. Then with the Sonia Kashuk crease brush in this dark brown shimmery kind of color called Hustle, I'm applying this to the outer V of my eye. This is going to darken up the look a little bit, but not make it super intense. You know, we don't want it to be way too dark for this look. And I'm taking that Morphe brush that I used originally and taking a little bit more of that Naked shade and just blending back and forth to make sure that there's no harsh lines. Then with that Mary Kay brush, I'm adding a little bit more of that Buck color just to once again darken up that crease a little bit. Then comes the fun part. I'm taking some of my Duo Eyelash Adhesive, which is the clear kind, with a Ulta Glitter Eye Top Coat in Fairy Princess. So I'm taking a little bit of that adhesive on my fingers, tapping them together and putting it right on my eyelid where I want this kind of glitter eye top coat to go, which is really going to make your eyelids sparkle. It's going to look super pretty, very prom. And then I'm taking a flat synthetic brush. This one's from Mary Kay, and I'm tapping that glitter eye top coat right onto where I put the glue. And you'll notice in a minute that this was working well, but not as well as I wanted it to, so I just started using my finger to apply a little bit more of that top coat, which is just, oh, it's just so pretty. It's pink and it's sparkly. It's perfect for prom. And then I'm taking my Morphe M330 brush once again and just blending it slightly bit more. I know not everyone does eyeliner, so I did my gel eyeliner off camera. I just did a nice wing. Then for foundation, I'm using this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation in shade 115 and blending it in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So you'll see I'm kind of like doing stippling motions to really pack the foundation onto my skin, and then I'm blending it out in circular motions. This is really going to make your foundation last longer throughout the day. And I will tell you, I put on a primer off camera. Not everyone needs a primer. I do. I like my skin to be matte. I don't want my foundation slipping off. And then with my Clinique All About Eyes concealer, I applied some of it to blemishes, and then I took my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer in the shade Brightener Illuminator 160, and I'm applying that underneath my eyes in a triangular motion, and then on my nose, a little bit on my chin, and then a little bit on my forehead. This is going to bring a nice highlight to your face and not make your face look so flat in pictures. And then I'm just blending that in with a damp beauty blender. With the beauty blender, remember to tap it in, don't rub or pull. This is the best way, to just tap, tap, tap on your skin, and that will blend it in. Then to set that all, I'm taking the Real Techniques setting brush and a Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder and just putting that right where I put that under eye concealer. Then with my Maybelline Stay Matte powder, which you can tell I've hit pan on, I'm taking my Real Techniques powder brush and just putting that all over my face, as well as blending down into my neck. Making sure you blend down into your neck is an absolute must, because if you forget, it's going to look really bad in pictures. So just make sure to do that. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Milani powder blush, and this is in the shade Romantic Rose. Super pretty. This is available at the drugstore. I think I got it from Walmart, and I'm blending it in with a Real Techniques blush brush. Then for a bit of a contour, I'm going in with the NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer in a contour brush from Morphe. I can't remember the number. I will have it linked down below. And just going right under those cheekbones on both sides of my face. I like to do it after my blush now, because I feel like otherwise I do it way too intense. And then I'm putting a little bit up on my forehead just to bring some more color to my face. Then for lashes, I'm going in with these Ardell Glamour lashes. These are number 105. They're a big, bold lash, and they're going to show up great in pictures. And I'm applying them using the Duo Clear Eyelash Adhesive. So I'm just using a pair of angled tweezers to apply these. And the reason I'm doing things so out of order here is that I find if I put my fake lashes and I put on some mascara on my bottom lashes before I put on my face powder, I end up getting that face powder all over my eyelashes and it just does not look cute. Then I have to go back and fix them. And now I'm filling in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the shade Taupe. I am obsessed with this product. It works so great. You can get a really light application or you can go extremely dark if you put more pressure. It's just overall very, very great. So I'm putting more of a focus on the outer portion of my brows and not going so intense as you get closer to the center of my face. For a bit of a under the brow highlight, I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. It's a matte white color, and I'm taking a angled brush. This one's from Mary Kay, and I'm just following that line right underneath my brow. This is really going to just make that area pop, but it's not going to be super flash or anything because this is a matte color. Just blend it in by tapping your finger all over, and it's not going to look, super stark white. It's going to look more natural. Then going in with Mary Luminizer by The Balm, I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones just like you're seeing me do here. Go back and forth. I always put my brush first closest to my hairline and then start going back and forth because I do not want it to be so intense right there on the top of my cheek. It's the same thing I do for my contour. Then I'm putting a little bit on my nose and on my Cupid's bow. Then going in with a little bit of mascara, I'm just making my real lashes blend with my fake ones. And then I'm going in with a flat definer brush by Morphe and a little bit of that buck color and going right along my lower lash line. Then I'm just buffing that out so it's not so intense. And then for eyeliner, I'm going in with NARS Via Veneto eyeliner, which is a black color. And then I'm taking some Clinique mascara and applying that to my lower lash line. Then for a highlight in the inner corner, I'm going in with the color Virgin in the Naked One palette and just using my finger to kind of tap this in the inner corner and blend it in a little bit. You could definitely do this with a brush, but I didn't. And so here's the completed eye look. Then for lips, I'm just applying a MAC Cream Sheen Glass in the shade Boy Babe. And then it's time for the hairdo. So I'm starting by taking my hair about halfway up my head, and I'm using the Tresemme Trez 2 Ultrafine Mist, spraying a little bit of that at the roots, and then teasing my hair using a boar bristle brush. This one is a round brush, but you definitely can just use a normal one or a teasing comb. I'm just back brushing towards my roots to tease it, which you'll just see me do right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. You're just going to want to do a few layers of this. You don't have to do your whole head, just a couple layers on both sides, and then we'll also tease a little bit on the back side of your head. Then you're just going to pull all your hair to one side of your head. I typically do the side that has more hair. That's the side that I pull all my hair to. So you can see right now your right side of the screen is where more of my hair is at just because of how I part my hair. So that's where I kind of want this updo to go. So you're just going to put that hair in a ponytail, and then you're going to start taking chunks of it, and with a curling iron you're going to curl it. So today I'm using the Bedhead Rock and Roller curling wand. This gives more of a wavy kind of curl than like an actual curl, but it doesn't matter. Whatever curling iron you have will definitely work for this. So you're going to wrap that around your fingers kind of in a circular spiral, and then you're going to pin it with a bobby pin, which you're just seeing me do there. I'm just shoving a bobby pin on one side of the spiral and pinning it to the back of my head. And we're going to continue to do this, and just like you're seeing here, one of them just fell out. Don't even worry if part of the curl falls out, we'll just pin it back in. The whole point is that this is a messy bun updo, so it does not have to be perfect, which is great for prom because you're probably already being rushed on time and you don't have time to stress over, you know, your hair is not exactly perfect. So once again, just rolling that around my fingers, placing it where I want it on the back of my head, and then I'm just going to pin it. And if you're curious, when I pin this to my head, I take the spiral, hold it against my head, and then I put the bobby pin through one part of the loop. You're not putting this like fully across the whole loop. That would not look cute at all. The whole point is you don't really want to see those bobby pins. So just put it, like I said, through one portion of the loop, and that should work and hold up your hair. So you're just going to continue to do this till you've pinned up all portions of your hair into a nice bun. Just make sure that the bun has like a bun shape, you know what I mean? Because you could definitely go lopsided by not paying attention, or you could have it be longer and not as round. So just like I said, make sure that you're doing a bun shape as you're going along and doing this. So I'm just going to speed through the rest of doing this because it's just the same thing over and over till all your hair is pinned up into that bun. I will tell you that I kind of switched methods and decided to start curling all the hair in the ponytail first and then pin them up after. That's probably more effective than curling and then pinning and then curling and pinning. So if you're going to try this, that's definitely what I would do. Then lastly, you can pull out a few pieces at the front of your hair, or if you have side bangs, obviously you would leave those out. You could curl them a little bit if you wanted to. I just chose to pull them out and leave them kind of straight. And that's the completed look. I hope you guys have fun at prom.